Hope you get the lot, you dog. Get back on protecting your mate.
Might just join you by the bed there, mate. What's going on? Waiting for a mate. That way your car's all smashed up.
Can't wait for some of these snags. This is going to be good at it.
Well, no one's as surprised as me that we're here again for week 2. It was a huge week. We launched the pod. I took my mask off and we went viral on the charts, and we met my esteemed co-host, Ricky, who's here with me again today. How are you, mate?
I'm really good. I'm stoked, man. First week.
Can you believe it?
Top 20.
We've gone past Joe. No, we haven't. We've gone past Cole and Jackie O.
Don't get the cowboy boots on yet, mate.
I think we're number 1 at the moment, global, airborne and trending. We're going all right.
No, we're doing really well, and we got you to thank for subscribe,
follow. It's all that stuff. The downloads went through the roof, so we weren't expecting that.
They asked us to come back for more, so we're here. Ep 2.
No one's as surprised as us.
Are going off. I'm being called Theo Von, and you're being called Ray Martin.
Yeah, I'm not happy with that.
That's the hairdo.
It's fair when I look at it. Like I'm going with the Eric Banner version of Ray Martin.
The slightly better looking one.
Yeah, I'd like to think so, but we've been copping it.
I'll take Theo.
Theo's all right.
Yeah, he's
Have
good.
you shaved your beard in
I just groomed it up a little bit. It gets flanks out after a while. I'm slowly morphing into Theo. I'll tell you what, if we get to Ep 5, I'll shave the moustache off and I'll go full Theo.
How's fame treating you, mate?
Fame? In what respect?
Well, we are global and airborne and trending. We're the number 1 podcast in the country. Have you been stopped in any supermarkets and asked for fame?
Look, mate, no word of a lie, mate. I was at 161 on the weekend and I was lining up to get a pirate juice, which is the dark and stormy kind of drink, for me and the fiance, and a guy pulled me over with a stack full of drinks. He goes, "Hey, mate, love your podcast. G'day and see ya." And I'm like, whoa. And I messaged you, even though
you did too.
1 in the morning. I go, "Mate, it's happening."
I think I was pretty hammered. I'm just remembering it now.
Yeah. So look, there was that, but I mean, all the keys to success are starting to happen, man.
We just got to stay humble and not get too like my head at the moment, which is exploding.
Last week's episode was like kicking 2 goals on your debut game.
Yeah,
you're getting a little slight tick, but keep your head down.
Couple of easy ones from the top of the goal square. I had a shout out to Lockie at the Grand Hotel in Warrandyte who came up and same thing.
Who's Lockie? Rando?
I don't know. Some bloke at the pub. And mate, the rest of the night, I unbuttoned a couple of buttons on the shirt. I started strutting around like Dermy. I just put a bit of oil on any definition that's left on that chest.
You need to keep it down then, don't you?
No, I'm airborne. I can't get through the door.
But, just even being on the charts for a minute.
It was pretty cool. Like, in all seriousness, it's pretty cool to just open the phone and see what are we doing in there.
It's sick. It's sick. So the quarter life crisis is sticking around. We're sorry about that.
All apologies from us. But
I know. So how was the rest of your weekend, mate?
It was good. We just probably celebrated a little bit too hard at the pub on that Friday night there. You copped a few calls.
Yeah, I know. I did from you. I knew you were out late. How did it all go?
Well, I got lost in it all as I took the fucking mask off after 6 years. Yeah. So there's all these people I'd forgotten I hadn't told that I do this stupid thing on the side, popping up going, "I've been following for 6 years and I can't believe it's you." Well, listen to
How does it feel? Because you were a little bit nervy about it.
I was pretty nervous. Like,
for a 6'10" bloke, you were shaking in your boots a little bit, bro.
When you work normal jobs, there's HR departments and they tell you to declare your social media accounts and all that. So every time that's happened,
you've been hiding some dirty little fibs.
Yeah. I've had some, and maybe I'll tell some of these stories. I've had some HR moments where they've pulled me in and gone, "Hey, are you the 28-year-old male?" And I've looked them deadpan in the eye and said, "Absolutely not."
Oh my God.
Everything.
How did they find out? Little whispers.
Someone, I think, loose lips and all that sort of stuff.
Snitch.
Yeah, might have been a couple of snitches out there, and I know who you are too. But we won't go there. It was pretty cool. I liked it, and it was probably all the people I thought were gonna.
You could feel the breeze on your face, you know?
I feel refreshed. It was all the people I thought were going to, go, "Oh, this guy's useless. Don't take him seriously anymore." It was all those same people were just wrapped.
Well, congratulations, mate. You got a good mug. If it's a hard lid to pull off, and you probably keep the sticker back on there, mate. So you got lucky, mate.
Enough about me. How's the rest of your weekend? What'd you get up to?
Oh, well, prior to just hitting it up and going for a couple of syrups to Cuba, me and the lovely fiance, Rianne, and she wanted to go to Southland. It's our favourite little haunt, mate.
Yeah, right.
I remember when they used to have a Lone Star there, by the way. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, they did too.
Did you know Lone Star, fun fact, used to be like this? Oh, after Sizzler went down, Lone Star came in and it shut down Australia. There's this wives' tale going around that it was at Southland where grandma slipped on a peanut shell because it was the place where there was all Americana and you're allowed to throw your peanuts off the back.
I remember
Apparently
this.
she broke her hip and there was no more Lone Star. And it was just such a gorgeous joint.
One broken hip, and we got to shut the greatest restaurant in global restaurants.
The place that no one had a chance to even go to closed after 6 months.
I used to love that joint. Anyway, go on.
Anyway, we're at Southland and the missus really wanted to go there to go to Mecca.
Yeah, right.
You know, there's
the
like
makeup place.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, sweet, let's go. I used to be one of those guys that, sit out the front because there's always a throng of like gentlemen waiting for their better halves while they're in Mecca. But I'm not one of those guys. And I was staring at them and they're kind of sitting there huddled around like a bus stop. Well, because they've got couches purposely out the front. But I go straight in and it just got me thinking about a guilty pleasure of mine, which is just... And it embarrasses because there'll be all these girls and chicks in there. And my
we're talking about a makeup place here. I'm sort of my face is a bit like, where's this guilty pleasure going?
I dive in, and this is what I do, and I do it at duty free at airports. Is I just go straight in. I go to the expensive eye cream testers. I'm going because I'm not that guy. I just use a bit of Nivea, whatever. But I just go, $140 eye cream.
You get around the good stuff
I'm
and
big
lose yourself.
I'm bang, and I'm kind of erratic, guys. You know. So when I'm the expensive, it's like it's fucking mosquito spray, you know. Just fucking
like those 16. Remember when you were 16, you go into Myer and just douse yourself with some Aqua de Gio or some Jupe.
Yeah, exactly. Or the Sauvage, the Johnny Depp one. So I do that, but then I got asked for help like like this, and she's like, "Can I help you?" Like, and the missus is so embarrassed, but I don't quit. It's me. But it got me onto thinking what guilty pleasures we have as humans, and one of them's just taking myself a really expensive moisturisers.
Well, I've got a little hack for you. There's a joint called Kiehl's,
what's Kiehl's?
Kiehl's is men's like high end face cream stuff. So I went in there
thinking,
have
testers?
Yeah, this is where I'm going, mate. I reckon. So you can go in there and sort of, if you show enough interest and sort of look like you don't know what you want to get and then they'll come out to you with a little brown paper bag and fill it with like enough samples for you to get through at least 2 months.
Oh, really? They want you returning cut. Okay. They're trying to break the male in to that environment. Because I won't lie, I know why chicks do it, like get that expensive stuff, because this stuff was like a cucumber mint thing. Like my eyes felt alive. My eyes felt alive.
This is actually peak quarter life crisis. We've gone from wanting Jupe and Sauvage to expensive face creams.
Well, you know when you're at you do the like leggings going to footy training, you know, the first time you did that, when they came in, you're like, now I know why chicks wear leggings.
Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Yeah, it's amazing. But off that, I was circling in my head this thing with guilty pleasures. Yeah. I've had one for years, mate.
Another one?
And this is one that, it's a game. It's a game I play. It's a census or a poll voting system that you create on a car drive.
You're trying to measure here.
Yeah, because again, I'll be driving anywhere and I get quite bored driving, and just to keep concentrated so I don't get another fine like last time where I'm on my phone. What I really respect is the last colloquial Australian kind of tradition that's kind of fading, to be honest. Yeah. Post-COVID, people don't trust each other. Yeah. So I like to bring the people together.
So what is it? What do you do?
I know, I'm building it up here. I'll be driving, and when there's a cop car, or a cop or a boozo or a camera, something like that, and you do the old flash.
Absolutely.
And that's great.
Do people not do it anymore?
No, well, I do it, but then you get the little couple of fingers.
Country wave.
Yeah. But the thing is, I do it when there is no cops and there is no boozo and there is no speed cameras.
You're a
sadist. I do it for my own self-recognition because I want to see what type of people are waving back.
You're a sadist.
Oh, is that weird? It's guilty pleasure, bro.
It is a bit of a guilty pleasure. But you kind of just, so as you're saying, you're kind of measuring who's a good bloke or who's a shit one. Do you get many people just kind of fresh airing it?
Dude, I'm like, dun-dun, 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 and I'm like always looking out. It's Land Cruisers are always, yeah, mate. Truckies always good. Lot of family cars, not so good. Some people are oblivious to it, but I'm banging out.
So closer to schools, you're not getting away.
No, not at all.
If you're going through Toorak.
It's a weird feeling you get when someone's like, when it gives you a decent one, they're just like, no, you can get the one thing you're like, yeah, sweet, that's pass test, and then you just get the fuck yeah, cunt.
We are human and we are one.
No, and then there's a little flutter in your heart. It's like, oh, we've still got it. This country's all right, mate. But there is no booze. So anyway, I want you guys to try that at home whenever you're well, not at home, when you're in your car next. I think we should go out and do a vlog. I want to.
As you're talking, I'm thinking like you're only seeing whether they wave back to you. You're only getting that metric. A little bit more data I'd like to see. I'd like to actually set a camera up down the road just enough so when they give up and realise that you've had them on. Yeah. I want to see how they like the truckie. He goes, that little cunt, there was no fucking cop car there.
There's another aspect that I hope you just enlighten me. Maybe I'm actually potentially saving lives by slowing people down. Do you know what the other thing is? Because you go like that, immediately I look in the rear view mirror and you can see their brakes tap. And I'm like, oh yeah, well you saw it, but you didn't wave, mate.
Or you see the person just burn it and go fucking thug life.
So anyway,
going through. Well, that's interesting. I want to send them in, the guilty pleasures. So let's hear them.
Maybe there are people that have some weird shit like that. I don't know. Sure maybe I'm the only one on the road, but it's a rad game, especially on a long road trip. I'll go kilometres, bro.
No one gave you a flash before that fucking Singaporean camera that got you the other week. Have you paid it?
Yeah, mate. yeah, thanks for that.
I don't know if I sent it to you, but I saw one. I think I saw one.
They're everywhere.
And I did the dumbest thing in the world. As I'm driving through it, I went, oh, I've got it. And then I took a photo of it. So if I'm waiting, we'll just stay with us. Over the next 4 weeks, if I get something in the mail and it's me going like this, I did it for the followers and the listeners at home.
There you go, mate. We're talking today.
What have we got today?
Well, didn't someone just try to kill Trump again?
Oh, yeah,
on
we
a golf course
over that.
Yeah, it was on a par 3.
I haven't seen much of it. How did Eagles Ridge?
Yeah, that's actually in, shout out to that golf club in St. Andrews.
Guy spends more time in the sand than David Hasselhoff.
He was swinging the sticks, and then they've got like a CIA operative team that goes around. They go one hole ahead.
Yeah, right.
Like one guy with binoculars and, a rangefinder.
Just picturing that as you're talking, going...
Yeah. Oh, no, you know that meme of that guy that looks behind the tree?
Cleaning up the top of the golf course.
So he's gone to walk this par 3 and he's seen a guy looked along the fence line and he's seen a nub of a gun poking through, like Naked Gun style. And the guy's gone, oh, and the guy's apparently screamed and ran off into it was like a Mitsubishi Magna beaten up and tears off. And he gets there and there was like radios and AK-47s and not fake, real. He was going to have another shot.
There's 2 parts where I just lost it there. He screamed, ah! And run into a Mitsubishi Magna in Florida.
With Victorian plates. But I mean, this guy's lucky to be alive. Not only that, I actually rated his debate.
Well, what?
I don't mind him. I mean, from a pure, I know the world's turned into shit, but if it's going to burn, let's at least laugh. Bring Trump back in. Have you seen how he pronounced Kamala?
No.
Kamala.
Well, I can see why you're endorsing Trump so heavily here on camera.
Settle down. I just mean for a chinwag and a giggle, mate. I'm not voting.
Did you see, because I didn't see the debate, but did you see him talking about the Haitian refugees eating the dogs and the cats?
Briefly, I saw some remix of some techno track someone had made.
I didn't see that. Is there a techno track?
But it's something about eating dogs and cats.
They are eating the dogs and they are eating the cats. And they had a fact checker on for the first time in one of these debates. And the guy goes, Mr. Trump, we've checked that independently with city planners and blah, blah, blah. There are no credible cases.
No missing cats or dogs.
No missing cats. Nothing like that. There's nothing. And he goes, there is. Then what are these people? And the guy goes, what people? He goes, the people on the TV that are talking about the cats and the dogs.
Someone's feeding him this stuff.
The king of fake news has just watched some clip on his Twitter and gone, they're eating the cats and the dogs.
Know when you go to Thailand for the first time, it's like when you're 20 and they're like, oh, don't eat the street food, it's cats and dogs.
Well, maybe it is.
Yeah, but I've eaten that.
Did it taste a
it
bit
actually
like
tasted all right. So people in Springfield are onto a good thing.
Mate, that was bloody funny. We're going to get that remix up for
Yeah.
sure. On the whole, I think we were talking about HR earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen this, but there's a guy, I think he's Matt Sullivan or something. It's like a big dog at Fox. And he's one of the, I think it's Crikey, one of those media agencies, has outed him as having like 2 burner accounts where he's just fucking pasting people on Twitter.
Bit rich coming from you, mate.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I felt really bad about, oh no, I've kept this secret. And this bloke's on Twitter.
Is he doing it to boost? He's like, oh, what a marvellous show that was on the cricket. Or, like,
I think he's just pure troll hate. Like, he's just going.
Trolls are weird, though. It's usually, you know this, it's like a reflection of themselves. No, but trolls are a little bit weird like that, you know? You know what? It's his guilty pleasure. Who am I to judge? I'm there flashing the coppers, bar. Hey, bar, Adelaide.
Have you ever had a burner account?
Yeah, multiple.
Yeah, here we go. So this might be like
But I'm not a troll, but it's just like you don't really have to think about it. If your name's on it, like you've defaced, you're probably being a bit more precautious of like what you want to.
Probably. I want to try
free
not to.
Free speech isn't exactly free ain't anymore.
No,
you know?
they know who I am. I've been getting trolled heaps since, and there's one
Really?
bloke.
What are they saying?
Well, not really. There's actually, it looked like the first thing I've wrote, it's always on Hawthorne posts. So I'll go in and just write some smart-assy thing or whatever, or even just a normal opinion. And this one bloke pops up and just goes, your page is washed and you're shit. I'm like,
Oh, really?
Nice. And then another troll comes in and just goes, yeah, mate, you're washed and rah. Get it, look, after the reveal, sort out your Thailand cheap faded tattoo. And I'm like, oh, fuck, they're going for it here.
I remember when my film came out, I had one.
It cost it as well.
Oh, just
wait,
one?
I've got to say, I've figured out, because they keep popping up and it's only on Hawthorne posts. I've figured it out. It's one bloke. It's one bloke and he's going between 5 accounts.
Well, he's probably bloody in between rolling up the banner for the next game.
I reckon it could be
like a
Ginnivan.
cheer squad guy that's so passionate about the Hawks. It's like, yeah, just give me a minute. Oh, you fucking guy, I haven't even had breakfast yet. I'm going to get into him.
Just let me switch into my other one and tell him he's a cunt too. Yeah. Mate, I'm impressed.
Are we bringing out the C word? Is that what we do?
Are we allowed to?
No, I'm asking. No.
I think so. We can bring it out. I mean, we were just talking about free speech.
Well, get Manny in there, mate.
Yeah, that's all clear. You can do that.
Yeah, okay. How are you anyway, mate?
Yeah, going well.
Give us the C word.
Cunt.
Yay! Maney's off to the races, coming down the outside. He said cunt for the first time. I don't ever know I'm talking like this.
Mate, how's your week been, Maney?
Yeah, good. You actually got me thinking about my guilty pleasure.
Oh, really? Off the rip?
Yeah, I started using flushable wet wipes to clean my ring.
Oh,
What?
nice. Have you never done this?
Are these those dude wipe things that sponsor boxing events in America? I saw it literally on the weekend.
This is like the premium stuff. This is not when you don't want to sort of rip your asshole up with, if say you got a few hammers down there or something just growing out of it. Something going on in there. It's. I mean, you tell me, Maney. It's the premium stuff.
Yeah, it's
isn't
your
it?
story, mate. Tell us about your ring.
It's been a good experience. I'd give it a pass so far, but it's just the way that it leaves your asshole a little wet. I'm not.
What, like a moisturising thing?
Yeah, it's like a little kiss. It's like a little kiss for your ring, but I got to dab it down with a bit of toilet paper, which makes
To dry.
just to dry it off a
You're
bit.
still going back to the old school. Then.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's
for the
worth it.
environment.
Nah, fuck 'em. Cunts.
So what was that like in the store? You're like, oh, excuse me, can I get help? Well, is this good for dabbing on your ring?
Does it leave a little moisture?
Did you get these at Mecca, mate?
Yeah, I did the tester in store.
Oh, mate.
Oh, Jesus. That's interesting. I think James Brayshaw is actually historically a huge advocate for these things. He doesn't go on an episode of their radio show without talking about weird. I don't know why. He always talks about these ring wipes. Are you gonna stick with them or just kind of leave it at the test run?
Oh, no, I'll persist. I'll give it another go.
Hey, just on that could be a potential sponsor right there.
Yeah.
But I do have some news, and we've got a couple of sponsors already.
do not.
No, we already
Sponsoring
do.
us.
Mate, the lovely dude Daryl from Vape World in Launceston has sent me
What?
6 of these.
Why?
Mate,
No, hold on.
No, he just said it's good luck, potential sponsor, think about it. And I just wanted to throw a part. So if you're in Launceston, just ask for Daryl at Vape World. He did send me a photo. He has one of those goatees that's got the rubber bands that does the Viking thing and it gets like bowl. Anyway, what a legend.
Hold on.
He sent him with the QV sticks, mate.
Reverse. Daryl
I
from
said yes without your permission, dude.
Daryl from Vape
Vape
World.
World in Launceston. Yeah.
Well, welcome, Daryl. Appreciate it.
There's an unread also message from Carpet Court in Colac, and I think they might want to get on. It's starting to come, dude.
Mate, this is flowing in thick and fast.
I know.
You
So
say Colac.
we are on the lookout. Yeah, Carpet Court. Fresh muff. I don't know what's going on, but we're starting to get hit up because you know why? It's the top 20 fever.
That's it.
Wait till we hit top 5.
There's not gonna be much
We'll probably
room.
get a couple of Ford Raptors in, mate.
Well,
You know, on lease for fucking 1 week and then
Imagine,
bring it back
with a nice big
It's more of a
balloon
hassle
payout.
to have than not. You know what I mean? One of
Yeah.
those. You know what it is when you win the Mark of the Year and you win like free fuel for 3 months. Get fucked.
Give us the
Remember
Raptor,
that?
mate. Give us the car that we're doing a lap of the pub in.
Yeah, but you know, they're like, oh, here's a Toyota Yaris for 6 months.
I saw one of these shows is actually giving away a Yaris for Mark of the Year. That's insulting, isn't it?
And when you look at the NFL,
Sorry,
it's
Toyota.
like,
Maybe.
the player's not going to drive that anyway.
Imagine James Sicily just rolling around in a Yaris, rocking up to his press conference to defend
The
Jenny's
Lanos.
honour.
If it was a day where Lanos, I'd be straight in there, bro.
Well, we got to get this Lanos. If anyone out there is getting rid of an old
We're
shitty
a bit
Lanos,
fixated on the Lanos.
I think we actually have to find it. We've got it into the intro too.
Yeah, we need one with the reg that's just ran out.
I want to give one away. Like we got to actually give it out as a prize.
We're going to give away a bomb at the end of the year.
Are we allowed to be sponsored by a vape company?
I forgot we didn't run this past Maney on the way in. It won't be a problem for long, mate. It'll be burnt down next week anyway by the
Yeah, I
bikies.
know, because we got the dudes just firing them down.
Yeah, well, I'm investing in one after your story last week and just insuring it really quickly.
Oh, yeah, we're going Harvey's in a TSG. See how long we can last.
Mate, but we should get to some calls. We've had some callers.
Really?
We've got some voice memos, we've got some messages. I haven't listened to them, but Maney's had access to the callback line, the 1-800-LIFER.
Maney, are they all PG?
No, but that's why we like him. Do we want to jump in on Sam off the top? He's got some pretty strong feedback.
Oh, yeah, because we've been asking for feedback. How's it going? I've just been fixated on the charts.
I get the little messages, so I'm getting drips and drabs. There's
I'm
been,
nervous.
there's the Theo, there's the fake hair I've got, the Ray Martin, there's
I've been copping Theo a bit. I don't mind it. I'll take that.
I think that's about where it ends, but well, mate, maybe there's more. Well, let's hear it. Have we got Sammy?
G'day, boys. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Glad to be involved here. Glad you got the leadership group involved as well, just to make sure you two boys stay in check and your heads don't get so large that we need to double-size that logo to keep them covered. We'll start with you, 28, our esteemed leader, our elected representative of all 28-year-olds, Mr. Jared Butler from the movie 300 and 250. We need a little bit more out of you. You're looking a little bit too well put together, a little bit too well presented, and a little bit too happy with himself in life. We need to hear a little bit more of your degeneracy, particularly back in your actual 28-year-old days. Some more revolver stories, some more 7 a.m. kitchen sort of arrangements. I want to hear about that, not some fucking lawnmower shit, Grandpa. Now, you, Rick, I didn't know Aldi was running a special buy on Dave Hughes this week, but here you are. I need you to get one thing straight. You're not running that Ozempic shit. Cut that shit out, as our king Ziz would have done. Jump on a huge fat stack of clenbuterol. Don't listen to 28. The way to get high test is to just inject straight testosterone. So that's what I need out of you. And just while I'm here, one little clip. Why the fuck are bags of chips at the supermarket like $3.50? Who the fuck is paying that much for chippies? We need to start a royal inquiry into that because I'm not fucking paying that much for my chips. Anyway, love your work, boys. Keep a plate warm for me.
Hey, dude,
belter off the
that's great.
top.
On that chip thing, he's under pulling that, mate. Have you noticed kettles go for like $6.50?
That's right. So if you can find $3.50 chips, you're doing all right.
It's also, Sammy brings it up right. It's a gauge on our economy. You're like, you know when Tim Tams used to be $2?
Yeah.
Mate, now they're doing 2 for $9.
I
It's
got
a
real
deal.
fat from Tim Tams. I had a phase where I used to freeze them.
Yeah.
I'll digress here a little bit, but I got a bit fucking carried away when I was on the medicinal cannabis. So I was getting real high before bed and then just eating a whole fucking tray of these Tim Tams. I got so fat.
The
I'll find a photo.
double-coated?
Yes.
Double-coated, unreal, mate.
Doublés. Well, I had one of the OGs and then another like a doublé next to it. And fuck did I get fat.
Have you had the caramel ones as well?
Yes, I had to replace the toothache.
Mine's I love the Maxi Bonds, bro. Oh, gay times too.
Yeah, well,
both types.
It swings both ways.
But the Maxi Bonds, what way do you eat it first?
Maxi Bond.
Yeah, if you
I'm
eat that.
I'm looking at you because I know my family at home are watching this going, tell the truth, you fucking dickhead, Joe.
Oh, you eat the weird one.
No. I only came to eat a Maxi Bond 2 years ago, first time in my life.
Why?
I don't know, just never ate them.
Dude. All right. Yeah, cool.
I mean, way to kill the fucking mood.
Cool, man.
So I don't really
Who the
have like
fuck
a
do you
routine.
think you are, mate? Fuck.
Apparently too well put together.
That
Fuck
was,
you, Sammy.
That was really good feedback. And I have
was.
been called Dave Hughes a fair few times. Like my voice, apparently. I don't know what's
really
going on.
I hope that was one take because he's just fucking nailed that off the top.
Keep
He's just
the plate
gone.
warm for me. So we want to hear more of that. And it doesn't matter if it's EP 10 or EP 20. Yeah, we're going
Just
that
keep
far.
that-
We're
that-
going 52 weeks. Fucking yeah.
Well, that line is always open. I mean, no, not the warm plate line. The call line is always open. So you just jump
Your
in there.
actual home. And you call him. You know that guy that broke up with his missus or something and put that poster on the lamppost and said, call.
The Chewbacca voice?
Yeah. And all the boys were like, can you do it? It came up the other day. It's so funny. I can't get over
Fucking
it.
grouse. We've got a few more there, do we?
we got Maney on the
Maney's
Chewies.
on.
We'll jump into Penny because Penny needs some advice.
Hey boys, just got a quick question for you. Wondering whether pissing in sinks, is that high test move or low test move? Cheers, champs.
Pissing in sinks is a topic on Twitter.
Is it?
Yeah, well, I follow this thing called the Fess Hole Confession, like Winnie's Confessions, and it posts random, like little inboxes of people saying, I did this.
It's all anonymous
and
shit.
the amount of I piss in the sink, when I'm at work, I piss at the sink, and it's very divided. Females,
Yeah.
like, it is disgusting, which it is. Like, let's not beat around. But
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah, it
height.
is.
It's a height thing, especially for someone like you, LeBron. Your air to surface ratio is like Max Gorn taking a kick. You actually have. Oh, you must have a lot of back splatter.
I do a little
Dude,
bit.
I just went into the toilet before. It was like it had been raining. Dude, do you have an issue with it?
With back splatter or with
No,
pissing in
well,
the
you've
sink?
got, because you're so high up. You're 6'10".
There's a bit of splashback from up there. There is, but it's not enough to ever lower the testosterone enough to sit down and piss. So let's just get that off the table. But I don't know.
His
Hold
name's
on,
Penny. Can we just...
Penny? If you're putting your penny in the sink, I have partaken.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
Not recently,
It's
but...
not, it's not
yeah.
a common thing, but just say you're in the bathroom and
Yeah.
So where it has come out when you have a shower in one of those shower slash bath
I pee in the
things.
shower sometimes.
Yeah, but it's like one of those bathtub slash showers,
Oh.
and then there's the sink over there. Would you rather piss in the bathtub that you know someone's going to? Is it worse for them that they're going to sit in that bath with water and like remnants of your piss?
I don't know. Never been in
Just
one of those.
imagine you are for a second. Just go with me here. You'd rather piss in the bathtub knowing.
I'd go for the sink then.
Yeah, it's a sink. So straight,
Yeah.
and you aim for the actual sink and just go straight. If you can cut it clean, then I mean, it's. I wouldn't say it's high
Well,
test.
There's bathroom sinks and there's kitchen sinks, Penny. So I'm looking at you, mate. What are you actually talking about, you dirty old bastard?
I reckon you're got a kick on and.
He's doing the kitchos. Yeah?
yeah, I reckon you might be. I don't know. I've never done a kitcho one. Have you?
Have you seen that old school? It was one of the first virals, actually, where that woman's doing Vox Pop at a German house music festival. And she's like, hello, welcome. And she's interviewing people. And she's like at the front of this toilet. And then she's next to a urinal. And this guy behind her is like, she's like, I'm here at the music. And this guy walks behind her and starts washing his hands with urinal cakes and smudging.
Oh, I saw this last week.
Yeah, and it is just, it's so old school. And it's one of the first virals that inspired me to make stupid video.
Yeah.
This is legit. And he walks up to her and he's like, oh my God, did I just wash my hands in piss? He's like,
It could have maybe gone unnoticed, but he goes up to the fucking camera and goes, did I just wash my hands in that?
I think pissing in the sink might need a 28-year-old male poll because I know just on Twitter this one flies. And considering we're on a large continent, Australia's the largest continent in the world, isn't it?
I don't know. I quit school in year 10, mate. I went to high school for 1 year. I don't know. I don't even know where we live.
You went to Scotch College and you've bloody got masters.
Right,
He's a
I got
liar.
I didn't go anywhere near the private stuff.
So maybe we could put it to the people because I think that one will come up
Yeah,
a
we
bit.
can throw it to the polls.
I actually think it'll be a lot of people's guilty pleasure, mate.
Pissing
you know?
in sinks might be a guilty
Well, I don't
pleasure.
know, mate.
We can throw it out, but high test, low test. Are you across what that is?
No, don't even know what you're talking
So
about.
this is one of my best mates in the world, Big Lee. He'll be fine with me saying his
Big
name.
Lee?
Big Lee.
Oh,
No,
I
it's
thought
not
you
Big
said
Lee, the
Brett
sponsor.
Lee.
Yeah, it's Brett Lee.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
My mate, Big Lee, he's been running the security in King Street down here in Melbourne for years.
That's a hard place to be.
Yeah.
He got heaps of scars on his
He's
face.
a hard man. No one really picks the fight with him. He's just this big dude. He speaks a bit like this. And he clears his throat a lot, and he'll probably love this impersonation when he listens. He was listening last week, Lee. It's good to see you. But he used to get me to come down on a Tuesday. He used to run Bar 20, which is a notorious gentleman's club down here in King Street.
What were you running?
Well, he would just run the security, and I'd just be coming out of the gym. I used to work at Doherty's gym.
Just say you went to the strippers, mate.
No, I wasn't there for anything. I was there to play cards. Yeah. But anyway, I'd catch up with him in there and, have a few orange juices and just watch TV like AFL 360 with him in the corner. And anyway, this one night we're sitting around just like this on these chairs. He would just sit up the back and he's watching his cards and he's watching what's playing out and any sort of shithead patrons. And he would just sort of people watch and just pick people apart. So there's one bloke one night and he's just sitting in his chair like this, like, oh my God. And he's shelling out the notes and all that shit. And he's sort of picking him apart and going, look at him, have a look at him, like with disdain. He goes, you know what his issue is? He's got the low test.
Yeah.
What's that, Lee? He goes, He's got the shit traps. He's got the shit traps. He's got the thin wrists, which is all over the page now. It's just taken off with our followers. He's worked it in. He's got
shit wrists.
He's got the shit wrists. He's got the thin wrists, and he's probably got the crap calves. I bet you if I kick him out right now, pull his pants up, I'll see some real thin, no development in the calves.
He's worked at a strip club long enough where he doesn't even look at the chicks. He's just looking at the dude's traps.
He's dissecting who has enough testosterone in their body to warrant a conversation with him. He's the godfather of high test, low test.
So to get high test is about hitting all the muscles pretty much. Traps, calves, wrists.
Essentially, it's how much you deadlift and how big your traps are in your wrists. But it's taken on a life of its own on the page, mate. You watch, we'll post this. And the comments will just go HCLT. That's what Penny's asking there. Is it HT or LT?
Oh, pin doctor. There we go.
The pin doctor who puts the pin in the sink and says, see you later.
Mate, is there any more for us?
We've got a few more.
We've got plenty more. Surely pissing in the kitchen sink that's
way off limit.
Yeah, we've got a couple more. What about Matty Enriquez, if you say it like that?
That's my mate.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's one of my mates.
Congrats on the face reveal and the new podcast. As much as I'm loving your, where you're going with this, I'm really sick of hearing about your lawnmower and your Labrador.
Well, that's true.
They're hating the
No
lawnmower.
one really gives a shit, to be fair, mate.
Yeah.
But let's hear some stories that we actually want to hear, like you around South America getting up to some no good.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, isn't this what it's all about? Give the punters what they want, mate.
Well, Matty, your dog, first of all, that's 2 now with the lawnmower and tell me.
The lawnmower's taking a hit. Apparently they've just
taken a few hits
I
along
haven't
lawnmower.
copped anything like that yet, thank God. But they've come and like, none of this fucking bullshit with a lawnmower. What have they got against
I'm
it?
sure, I don't know if you can see my...
John Deere ride-ons, mate. It's like a cult.
I mean,
You know what I mean?
I don't know. The listeners at home, you can't see me. I'm shelling up here going, look, the face reveal is one thing, but I reckon there's something in that. I've got to actually... Can't be telling stories about fucking lawnmowers and the people they've followed us to hear about the dirty old sesh.
You're trying to tiptoe around it, mate. Just go to. So what happened in South America then?
I can't say who the other person with me was, but you probably figured it out.
Did you piss in a sink, mate?
Probably at some point. It was a bit of a blur. We're in Belize.
Yeah.
So we're out during the day and we go diving with the, I don't know what they are, the fucking gummy sharks, the ones that don't do anything to you, that just eat shit out of your hand. And the guy who takes us out is this cheeky looking fucker. You know, if you're a bit of a sesh gremlin, you get the glint in your eye and you see the glint in theirs. And
It's like you've just hit an eagle at a golf tournament and you did that.
that's exactly what it is. But these on the boat with us are like all these older Yanks, like these married couples and things. And he's just, wait till they're gone, mate. So they get off the boat and we're just sort of slowly thinking, okay, there's something in this. And he just sort of turns to me and goes, you look like you like to party. Should go have a drink later. So we meet up with him at this bar around the corner later that night. And we just sit there and just shooting the breeze, having a few drinks. And people just keep coming up to this guy. Oh, Mr. C's. He calls himself C's. I didn't know why at this point. Yeah. And he just disappear and come back. I've seen this trip. I've seen this before. Usually there's a Ford Raptor sitting out the front. You do a lap in it and come back with a few baggets. He starts telling us his life story. And we're just trying to keep it cool because this guy's clearly someone. And he starts talking about how his old man used to be Pablo Escobar's guy in Belize. And we're just obviously going, bullshit. Like, yeah, whatever, mate. He starts pulling out photos a couple of hours later of him as a kid, his old man, and fucking Escobar. No word of a lie. I'll get the witness to come in and verify this story with Pablo Escobar out front of planes. We go, wait, what did your old man do? So it ends up, he called him, his dad was called Seas because he owned the seas around Belize. So Escobar's planes would drop fucking bricks and he would go out and collect them. He's trying to tell us, I don't do it now.
I've been in those positions where you don't want to say anything stupid or like too funny because they can just switch. Like, what'd you say? You know
Because I hadn't seen any of that yet. So like, this is clearly coming. But like, you're probably thinking like, where does this go? We end up at this, there's only one club in this island in Belize. And we went in and we're the only sort of like Westerners in this place, the main other person. And he just reckons within 10 minutes, they're like, you got to go. We got to take you somewhere else because they're about to rob you. So we go upstairs and for the next 6 hours, we play the pokies in Belize with Pablo Escobar's guy.
The tradies laptop.
The tradies lap. We just slap a few upstairs and ended up back at his joint with his kids and wife asleep in the other room. He hasn't flipped at any point here into that angry sort of, this guy could kill us at any moment. Jesus. But we're obviously too scared to go, well, we might call it. I'm not into sort of drinking shitty, cheap liquor.
You want to find a way out.
Yeah, it was grim. But that was probably the moment I realised that was enough for me.
Yeah, cool. By the way, that was overseas for anyone just tuning in, any feds. That wasn't in Australia.
And at no point there did I say I did anything like this. I mean, it was all seas, I think.
Oh, my God.
But, mate, it was fucking wild.
Yeah.
But we got more.
I remember hanging out. Like, this is in Australia. I don't even know.
Careful.
Yeah, no, I was hanging out with some cowboys in the high country. Like, Dad said, I was shooting something up there, like a little doco years ago. These guys were like full-blown Brumby trackers. That's where they like, man from Snowy River dudes that live in the mountains.
The people who should be wearing RMs.
And it's just like the cowboy hat. And we went drinking with them and all this kind of stuff. We went to the pub and we met this guy called who's notorious in there. And he was literally your height, orange beard, the fucking hair down to here. And they said he's the quickest clipper in the high country, like
That's
for sheep
just
shearing. And he just waltzes up and he's like, who the fuck are you? Like, kind of, and I've got a little kink. I love finding the hardest dude in the room to kind of get a gauge on, and I want to make him smile or laugh, because then I feel like I got him. You know,
disengage him.
They're my Tamagotchi now, mate. Tuck you, Pokemon. It's like catching Pokemon, but they're 7-foot bogans that are terrifying. Anyway, he's lovely, and he was like, I'm like with my mate. I'm like, this guy's crazy, like fun crazy, and he's like, you boys smoke a bit of hooch, hooch. A bit of the bud, and we're like, yeah. So went back to his, and he was beaten path, like with no lights or any of those pleasures and stuff like that. It is just dirt road, Wolf Creek style, 10 minutes out between these valleys, and
at
you're
any
like,
point
where are we?
Feeling like you're in danger?
Just following the brake lights, and we're like. And we're in the high car, and I'm like, they're like, do you reckon we're going to get murdered tonight, bro? So we go, and he lives by himself.
Mate, you're going to die.
Bro, and we went in there, and we started smoking the couple of joints.
The hooch, if you will.
And all of a sudden, it's this fun time, jovial. He's checking out the curtains.
I spooked it.
Fucking choppers are here. Oh, no. He goes, they're fucking here. And it turned into this like episode. Like, we don't know this guy. So, and it got dark pretty quick to the point where we've got to get out of there. No, but it got worse than that, like real little bit.
But how do you get out of there if you've just gone down this long-ass road that you can't remember how you got there?
I whispered to my mate, I said, because he was sipping back those Bundy Cokes, and I was measuring going, he's going to go to the bathroom soon. He's going to go to the bathroom soon. And it was like, just got to the state, it was like the knife. So telling a story with a knife and slamming it in the desk to get the point. And it's like, well, when's that knife hit me? You know what I mean?
So your grand plan here is to run from a guy who probably shoots for fun.
Yeah, exactly. And his name was and he was just so scary, dude.
Of course it was.
So we waited, and then he went, I'll be back in a minute to the toilet. And me and my mate just dipped out of there, bro, because it was getting to a point where it was like, it's just the vibe.
Terrifying.
I won't even go in. Yeah, it's
no.
And then we just... like the wheels on the dirt, and I can imagine him like, fuck, where are you going?
The window's blown out, he's out there in his jocks with his tinfoil hat.
That was fun. So that's my random story. I don't know if that makes the cut, but if you listen to it, it did.
Mate, there's more of them. We'll roll them out slowly, but we can't just bomb them right off the top. Samuel Surf, he's called us out, and Matty fucking Henriquez,
you sound a bit dirty because your lawnmower story's not capping it up, mate.
Well, mate, it was an emotional day for me. I mean, I got low tested by the guy next door.
I know.
Hey, before we wrap, hey, Maney, we've got one more caller there, and this is on the back of Rick's story last week.
The phone camera?
Yeah, I think there's been a bit of shenanigans going on out there with the cobbers. Do we have, who was it?
Yeah, it turns out he's not alone. This one's coming in from Matty.
Got a great traffic story to tell you about red light cameras. A mate and myself went through a red light camera and we thought it would be pretty funny to send the police a photo of $240 saying, well, there's a photo of our cars and here's a photo of $240. And then promptly a few weeks later, they sent back a picture of a set of handcuffs. They said, we don't think you're very fucking funny.
That's classic.
How good's that?
That's actually well played by the boys in blue.
mind
That is pretty good.
Did you end up paying the fine is what I want to know. Not you. Ian.
No, I'm guessing you did. Otherwise, he's going to get slapped with the handcuffs. That's
good.
Trolling on both ends, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you've got your people out there now.
I know, but dude, off our awesome, crazy story last week, we're going to try and get a trend of these, just the people calling the 1-800-LIFE line.
Absolutely.
That are prepared. We're putting the anonymous sticker on you because we know it just helps gather the confidence. Yeah. But this week, I had someone come my DM and it said, hey, Theo Von, get this fucking up, yeah? I got a story. So it's Brian from Rudy Hill. Couldn't tell you where that is.
Yeah, I was about to say, where's Rudy Hill?
Brian, where the hell is Rudy Hill? And g'day.
Brian?
It's just past your mum's house, mate. So, keep the questions down, all right?
Oh, how's the weather up there,
How
mate?
is it? A bit rainy?
Yeah. Oh, mate, it's muggy as all get out. I'm on my 18th can as we speak.
Have you got a yarn for us you want to spin?
Yeah, so this is back in the early 2000s. I was doing my apprenticeship down in Melbourne, and, it was Friday night. I'm thinking, fuck. All I'm going to do is just, watch the footy, have a few dirty cans to myself, maybe have a cheeky pull. And then my mate comes in, out of nowhere, unannounced, and he's like, look, hey, we're going to go out. We're going out tonight. We're going to get some birds. We're going to get our tune on. He finally convinces me. He's like, but you've got to lend me a shirt. You've got to lend me a shirt. Get a chance to get in with a shirt, collar.
Button-up sort of arrangement. Right.
It's the worst nightmare when that happens.
Yeah.
So I lent him one of my shirts. I just bought this shirt that I lent him. We go to the Q bar, and I can't even remember what time exactly it was, but it was, it was getting on in the evening. And there was already a bit of a queue out the front.
Q-Bar was the king of Melbourne.
Absolutely.
For a minute there.
So anyway, then Jake spots somebody who, he's pushing, having a bit of a jokey push with a bloke that Jake knows. And Jake goes, he thought he'll get in the middle of it, and that's his way to cut the queue. I'm like, fuck, what is Jake doing? So I'm walking over, I'm like, and then Jake grabs the bloke, the big guy out of the two, grabs him in a little bit of a headlock and goes, hey, you fucking dog.
He's on the hair.
Then Jake sort of realises he doesn't know the bloke that he's pushing and definitely doesn't know the big bloke that he's got in the headlock. And then the big bloke in the headlock just starts, you fucker, get off me. He's really giving it. He's really giving it, right? And then Jake lets go. The bloke just steps back and he's like, it's just fire in the eyes, right? And then he just goes full-on Hulkamaniac, tears off his own shirt, and he's like, this guy is like fucking Batista. He is a beast. Like,
has he charged him, or is he just sort of posturing?
He's just posturing. He's just getting the frills up.
Peacocking.
He's peacocking like you wouldn't believe. And he goes to Jake, come on, you and me, mate, now, fucking right now. And I'm like, oh my God. And I look at this big bloke. He's got a few other mates there, and they're all sizey units too. And I'm like, oh, this isn't going to end well. So Jake, with my new shirt, he rips it off. All the buttons, they're gone. And he's there. And Jake's a bit of a weedoid. He sort of had a body like E.T. Sort of like real skinny, but with a little bit of a paunch. So Jake's there without his shirt on. The bloke's like, yeah, fucking whatever, mate, come on, And then Jake goes, all right, and takes his shoes and socks off. And I'm like,
This is turning into something totally different.
Then Jake whips off his dax.
Bullshit.
It did not.
Bullshit.
No word of a lie.
To get out of a fight?
To get out of the fight, and this Jake guy is looser than loose.
He's just trying to call this guy's bluff.
So was he well hung?
No. So he was still
His
down
jocks
to
on.
his jocks. So he still had the Rios on.
I guess we're not at the end of the story yet, so it could get there.
So then he's there in his jocks, and the guy's like looking a bit confused. And then Jake just goes, nah, we're going all out. Off with the jocks and says, come on, cunt, let's go.
Are you fucking no word of a lie? Is this
legit? This happened. And Jake and the bloke did not know what to do. People are laughing, girls carrying on, and he ended up just doing one. He wouldn't deal with Jake. He thought Jake was nuts. Anyway,
So that's how you de-escalate a situation.
That is pretty
Just get full nude.
full nude.
Unbelievable.
Oh, mate, that's a ripper.
That is a belter.
All for you boys. I want to see you do well, all right?
Bloody hell.
Mate, well, next time we'll see you out, I'll wear a shirt, mate. Don't worry.
He's got. He had to get free piss on you blokes for a long time after that. Getting nudes
Fucking
to avoid everyone
what's
getting bashed.
he do now?
Dead.
He's dead.
Guy.
Oh, shit.
Come on,
Rick. Sorry, man.
We don't canvass these stories before they come in.
Brian, mate, you've topped it off. Ep 2, we love to hear it, brother. And thank you. And I don't know where Rudy Hill is. Rudy Mount.
Just ask your mum, mate. Ask your mum.
I will, mate. All right, I'll call her up right now. Mum, where the fuck are you?
Rudy Hill. Oh, fucking hell, mate. Batista, bit of nudity out the front of...
You reckon you're going to have a semi-chub while you're doing that? You don't want to have coke fucking...
Imagine he's got coke exercise dick and he's just nuded up.
Prawn cocktail, swanging and banging.
Where do you go from there? I think it might be time to wrap up. I didn't think we could top last week.
Yeah, totally, mate. I don't know.
Rattled.
Let's see what the charts say for one, mate. If we go quiet on the charts, it means we're sinking shit.
But if you're listening, please subscribe, download, follow us on Instagram, Quarter Life Crisis, 28-year-old male. Yeah. Make sure you get us everywhere. We want to get past Joe Rogan.
Check in with us. If you got any questions or you want to give us some advice, we are more than merry. Or if you just want to be a bro and say what's up, we are here to help as well.
A little bit of Dolly Doctor style. We want to solve some problems with unqualified advice.
It's crazy. Some people are a bit rustled and we want to help you.
We want to help you.
Yeah, exactly.
But, mate, it's been great. Thank you for coming in again. We're airborne.
Thank you, mate.
What an episode.
I don't know if you're, mate, I'm not I noticed you putting these photos of us two. You're 6'10". I am 6'1". You make me look like I'm 5'4".
Thanks, little fella. No, thanks for joining us on the pod. We'll see you next week.
Hey, see you next week, motherfuckers. Woo!
Hope you get the lot, you dog. Get back on protecting your mat.
Might just join you by the bed there, mate.
What's going on? Waiting for a mate. That way your car's all smashed up.
Can't wait for some of these snags. This is going to be good ass.